everyone, and welcome back to day 3, 12 weeks to win with Coach Caroline Doyle. Welcome back, and my name is Charm Segales. I'm the online business manager of Coach Caroline Doyle Consulting. And again, we're on the day 3. Today's topic is about self-image, okay? And just to wrap up the previous days, we're able to tackle about setting goals and mindset. And yesterday, we talked about planning, strategies, and metrics. And today, we're going to couple it with self-image. And today is just another treat for you and another awesome session and workshop. So let's get ready. Without further ado, let me turn over the floor to the woman of the hour, Coach Caroline Doyle.
Thank you so much, Charm. Thank you so much. I appreciate. You know, guys, everybody, I'm so lucky to work with an amazing team. And this is what I have. I have amazing clients. I have amazing people. I just have fun with what I'm doing. So everybody, welcome to day 3. As just Charm said, we are day 3. Okay, we want to make sure that you have all the tools to win the next 12 weeks, because at the end of the year, we want to make sure that you're part of this party who will celebrate and say, you know what? I was so behind, but you know what? I did it. I win my last 12 weeks. So that's what we want from all of you. So write down in the chat, where are you from? Thank you for all the comments. Seriously, the team is overwhelmed, but on a good way. We had over, I think, if the numbers are right, we had over 400 people yesterday on all platforms. So thank you, everybody. Our job is to help you to have an impact change, because we all know that you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. You're not different than me. So let's jump today, self-image. And that's one thing that I learned, self-image. I'm really good. And just to maybe do an overview. Again, mindset is 3 things: how you think, how you're feeling, and your action. So yesterday, we were talking more about the action, the planning, the strategies. But now I want to talk more about the thinking. And that's something that most people, don't realize. Most of the time we will say to people, but how did you do this? Okay, mindset is 95% of your success is mindset. 5% is the strategies, but we always jump on the strategies. So for you to make sure that you accomplish whatever you want, you have to start to look and think and say, okay, how do I have to think? So I want to share a quote with you. First, when we miss our goal, or when we don't have what we want or what we would like to have, it's not who you are that holds you back. So it's not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you're not. And this make a difference the last year in my business. Okay, so think about it. We are good about what I want, okay? And that was one of the first questions Monday. What do I want? But we forget to say who I have to become. If I'm here and I want to go there, there's a gap. Okay, you see with my hand, I'm here, I want to go there. There's a gap. There's a gap on strategy, but there's also a gap on who you are or who you're not. So you have to start to think like, if I'm reacting like this right now, do like this next person. This person who will reach my next Caroline at this level should think like this. No, I always try to say in my field, so let's say I was a manager, I was like, okay, I'm a manager. Do you think my managing partner will think like this when I had a problem? No. So you want to put your mind to another level. Okay. And before I talk more about self-image, one thing that's somebody shared with me this year, and it was really, really helpful. Okay, we are the one who creating our own problem. So we have to take ownership of this. But those also, we are the only one who can find the right solution. So you create your own problem, and your result or the reflection of how you think, how you feel, your action. If you're not happy about this, something needs to change, right? Because you are in control of this. However, only you has the solution. You can have a lot of advice. You can have some tips like I'm sharing with you that will help. But at the end of the day, only you can take the decision on how you will start to think, how you will build this self-image to become the person that you wanna become. So I want that today you think about this, who I want to become. And I will share a couple examples with you. This is important because it's part of the process. So what is holding you back right now? It's the person that you're not. So let me give you an example. Let's say you're in sales. If each day you're saying, oh, I cannot do this. Oh, I cannot call a prospect. Oh, they will all say no. You know what? That's what is holding you back. It's not the reality of somebody will really say no. Who cares? Who cares if somebody say no? Move on. Next one. Go back to your why. Why are you doing this? What do you want to accomplish? What do you want? If somebody say no, move on. Next. Okay, because your job, you want to focus on your goal because you are worth it. You are worth it. You have to respect yourself. But also what it will help you is building your image. So in order to do this, to start to understand what is holding us back, I want that you look your current situation or your current result. And I would like that you describe yourself on thinking, feeling, action. Always those three pillars. So look your current situation. So it could be your personal goal. It could be your business goal. How do you think is your thinking? So let's say I'm taking a sales number. Let's say I want to reach X amount of revenues or sales or commission this month. Why do I don't have it? Okay, we're almost at the end of September. If we take September, where are you compared to your monthly goal? How is my thinking regarding this? How are my feelings? Do I'm angry? I have a doubt about my goal. I have a doubt about myself. I'm providing a lot of alibis to myself. I'm creating some excuses. I'm stressed. I'm overwhelmed. All this is affecting your own results. So take the time to reflect and say, okay, where I am. And you don't have to share this with anybody. And then to create the real self-image that you want, you have to start to say, okay, let's take me as an example. I'm Caroline, and right now I'm at this level. I had the result. I have the result that I have right now. Imagine your result on a frequencies line. Okay, I'm here. If I want to go there, I need to increase my thinking, my feeling, my action, because right now, all those three pillars are on the same frequency as my goal. Now I want to go there. So I need to increase my thinking, increase my feeling, and increase my action. Most of you, what you will do, half month, you will lower your standard. That's not what we want to do. We want to keep track of the goal. Okay, so this is important. We want to know, who do you want to become? So in order to also do this, I will suggest to you to say, who are the three people that you really admire? It could be people in your network, people at your office, people in your family, or even celebrity that has nothing related to your work. So I know with some of my clients, sometimes we take this example when we do this exercise, because we want to start to create who you want to become in order to receive what you want. So the three people, sometimes one of the example that most clients, not most, but some clients are sharing is Jennifer Lopez. No, nothing related to the music, but the way that she's bringing her discipline. Each time she's starting her day like she's a new one. She will give her 200% on discipline, on the fitness. So that's an example. Celine Dion, same thing. So I don't want to give name, but look around you. Look around the people that you admire, and try from those people, say, okay, what are the 5 characteristics that I like from them? So start to look and say, okay, what is missing? We want to reduce a gap and say, okay, I like, let's say Jennifer Lopez because the discipline. How can I start to integrate this in my own life? How can I start to copy with by seeing yourself? Of course, I don't want that you copy somebody, but you copy something that is important, something that successful people are doing. How can you integrate this, that it's part of your DNA? So list 5 things that you admire from other people and start to say, okay, how do I build my own self-image? Okay, so that's the next step. And then think about, based on what you want, how do you need to think, feel, and like, and act to achieve what you want? You're here, now you want to go there. How do you have to think? Let's say I'm in sales. I cannot think, oh, I cannot do this. The prospect will say no. I have to say, yes, I'm ready. I will have 10 clients who will say yes, and I will find those 10. If I have to work 5 hours a day to find those 10 clients, I will do it, no matter what. Start to think like this. Start to remove you from your own zone of comfort. Start to eliminate the excuses. We're so good with this, right? So that's how you start to build a self-image. Then the next step, it's not done. Oops, sorry. Hold on. Okay. So the next step, if you want to build and create the right self-image, we go back to what do you want? Okay, so Tuesday, I asked you this question, what do you want? And right now, I'm really honest with all of you. It's not something that I like to do. Sharing my personal stuff like this, I'm very uncomfortable. But I want to give you an example. If I can do it, you can do it. That's always my principle. So, and you will see where I'm going with this. So mid-year last year, in June, we sold our house in Alabama. My family was already here in Montreal. And now I was like, okay, what's next? I had to rebuild my new life again. We were moving back to Canada from the United States. So I'm like, okay, I want a house. And you know what? I want a big house, nice house. Not because it's big, but I want to have a lot of rooms. And it's been my dream since 30 years to have a pool. And I was like, why not now? I want a gym. I want to have my own office because I was in the dining room since 15 years. And then I was like, okay, now we'll start my own business. What do I want? So I removed some data, but I was like, I want X clients by August. I want Y clients by December. I want to reach inner circle with Bob Proctor. I want the silver pin, that certain level with Bob Proctor that I'm doing by June. I want this. So I started to list it. And because I was moving, I kept this in my computer. And to be honest, I didn't rethink about it. So I did this very quick, to be honest, in probably 15 minutes. I was like, okay, take some picture on the web and you will see. And this is also important, what you think. So even small detail, be careful about what you think because you will get what you want if you don't pay attention. So look the house, look the pool. I just took some image or picture on the web just like this. Okay, that's what I want. They didn't really ask me what I want. So finally, what I got. Oh, and sorry, before I go what I got, I also asked me who I want to become. So I'm like, okay, I want to be somebody who will work out a lot. I want to be grounded on my value. A year ago, I started to do mid-station. And I was like, oh, that's hard. I need to be better with this. I want to have a good work-life balance. I want to be a really good mom. I want to be happy. And I like to do this. I like to say that I want to be Wonder Woman, not because of Wonder Woman, because what I admire from her is Wonder Woman as a goal. And I imagine all the obstacle and all the negative thing that she's blocking everything. So I'm like, let's be Wonder Woman. So I'm Wonder Woman and my goal is there. And everything I will block, negative thinking, obstacle, it's like block, block, block. Stay focused on your goal. So I like to think that I'm Wonder Woman, but hey, it's not an ego thing. It's just the way I want to process things. So for me, it's important to say, stay focused on your goal, having the discipline. I want to be, I want to build my own company, have a team. So this is important to see who I want to become. I don't want to get lost on all the material things. So do this exercise. Now I want to show you what we got. Okay, so I did the vision board. And at the end of December, I was like, what did I really accomplish? That's what I got. Okay, and seriously, I'm very uncomfortable to do this, but I want to tell you that it's so important to do this exercise. My goal here, seriously, it's not to brag. I don't want that people see my house or say whatever. It's not that. But I want to show you that what you want, you can create it. You have the power inside of your mind. So I got my house, I got my pool. And matter of fact, I had the best summer in my pool. It was so much fun. I had a gym and I have an amazing view. So I'm like, oh my God, now what about me? Okay, my business, I put success in my slogan. And when I started to think, I had 30% more clients expected in August than what I thought. I overachieved. My business revenue, I achieved it. What I planned for 2020, I did it in 5 weeks. 5 weeks. I'm not different than you guys. Seriously, it's just because I was like, okay, remove all the excuses. Stay focused. And what do I want? How do I get connected? Okay, I qualify in Earner Circle. I put silver pin by June. I did it April 3rd, 3 months in advance. At the end of November, I already achieved my 2021 business revenue that I did on my business plan. So if you want something, you can do it. But you have to be ready and say, okay, what do I want? I need to bring clarity. Now I need to think like the new Caroline that I want to be. And if I look on what I accomplished, I started to do mid-station. I have to say this summer was the first summer that I had a work-life balance. Friday at noon, I was off. And never in my life. I always work so hard. I'm trying to spend more time with my son, trying to be more patient. I say I'm Wonder Woman right now. It's accomplished, but I think on business, I'm a driver. I think I'm pretty good at what I'm doing. All the rest, it's a work in progress. But be clear about who you want to become. It's so important. And then I want to share with you how you really build your self-image. I see that RT, you're online. This morning, I was with you to a different group, and you asked me, how do I really build the self-image? So now that you know what you want and who you want to become, now you have to create this person. So what I do in my morning, I always write down my goal, because if you don't do it, your mind will forget. Then on a present tense, you will have to but write, I'm so happy and grateful now. Why we want to start a sentence like this? Because you want to create an emotion. When you create an emotion, okay, I don't want to do a course on the mind, but just know that you have your conscious mind, subconscious mind. Conscious mind is all the data, the facts. Subconscious mind is the emotion. And it's from your subconscious mind, then your body will start to act or not act. So if you want to eliminate procrastination, we have to work with your subconscious mind. So how do we do this? It's starting by a positive emotion. So I'm so happy and grateful now that. So present tense, and you have to picture in your mind that something that it's already achieved or already accomplished. Even if it's not right, you're trying to build something. So I think it was yesterday or the day before, I shared that one of my clients, and particularly, I know one of my clients in October, as I said, she didn't have a job, financially was not going well, her health was not going well. She was not in a good spot. She started to do this every day, and she said, I have nothing else to lose right now. In January, she told me she had 7 on 20 that it was already accomplished. In March, she got her best job ever, best income. Her health was good. She cleared all her debt because she was doing this every day. So this is a 15 minutes exercise that can change your life. 15 minutes. Instead of watching Netflix or doing the Facebook, you can just do this in the morning. Okay, so write down 20 things that you would like to manifest. And your mind, you know what? Your subconscious mind doesn't know what is true and what is not true. So your subconscious mind will start to believe this. And one thing that it also accelerate is having the gratitude. Gratitude. And I will share something. When you have some, let's say you're angry, somebody didn't show up, or I don't know, you had a bad conversation with your spouse or something, I will say, go back on the gratitude. The gratitude will help you to get out of your mind and stay, okay, how do I shift? How do I stay on track for my goal? Okay, one rule that you need to learn is if it will not matter in 5 years, if it will not matter in 5 years, you cannot spend more than 5 minutes. So how do we do this? Gratitude exercise is a good way in 5 minutes to shift your mind. Remember, thinking, feeling, action. You have to bring this, realign this to win. So doing this exercise in the morning can change your life. But this is also where you start to build the new script. Imagine right now your life like a movie. Okay? I would like that you share in the script in the chat. Actually, what kind of movie are you in? If you imagine your life like a movie, so please write this down in the chat. What kind of movie your life look like? Are you in a certain type of movie, or you're like more in a category like, I don't know, science fiction, drama, or you're part of Wonder Woman movie, whatever it is. So write it down. I want to see. But I also want that you start to reflect and say, oh my God, if I don't like the movie I am, you know what? You have the power to change it. You have the power. So what kind of new script, what kind of new movie you want to be part of this? This is how you start to build your new self-image. Write it down, your new script. You know, and go back to the 5 characteristics that you were looking for these people. How do you, I'm so happy and grateful then my new Caroline is the blah, 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 blah. And you're just starting to do this. One thing that I didn't share on the PowerPoint that I just thought, if you go on their website, I think it's futureme.org, futureme.org. Charm, I don't know if you can put it in the chat. Okay, you can write yourself a letter. It's a free tool. Okay, this is so much fun. Write yourself a letter. You can select something for tomorrow or in a month. I will say at the beginning, do it on a short period of time. And it will start to make you reflect about what you have to do and who you want to become. And say, hi Caroline, I'm so happy that yesterday, I did that. I'm so happy that whatever you want. And, I did this exercise, I think it was in March 1st. Yes, March 1st, I received a letter from myself that I did at the beginning of February. And on the letter, I didn't accomplish everything that it was there. But in that morning, I was feeling so good. And I was like, oh my God. And you know what? 3 days later, everything else was just coming through. So it was just like 3 days later of everything. Um, so this is important. Have fun with this, but you have the power of building this new script. And then you can record your affirmation. You can record your script. I'd like to see if I have it on my phone. One application that I'm using that it's really helpful and it's really helping a lot of my clients. Where is that? Oh, yes, it's here. It's called Think Up. Okay, it's an orange one with a little flower. You have the free version of this, or you can pay annually. It's very cheap. But what it does is you can record all your affirmation, and you can start to listen to this. And you can even pick some different affirmations. Oh, I didn't even think about it. So you start to build your new self-image. Okay, so think up. Also, I want to give you some example of affirmation. Okay, if you don't believe me, try it for 30 days. Try it to do 30 days in a row and identify where you are and where you will be, and just see everything you accomplish in 30 days. So if you want to manifest some money, here's some example of your affirmation. I attract prosperity on a daily basis. I'm so happy and grateful that I always start with this. I'm so happy and grateful that money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. I'm so happy that I deserve to make more money. I'm so happy that I'm ready to receive the money you're sending to me. That's one example. Let's say you want to lose some weight. I'm so happy that I always take care of my body. You know, I'm so happy that I'm strong in my mind and in my body. I'm so happy. One of my affirmations is I'm so happy that I'm fit, I'm strong, that I work out 5 times a week. As I said, it's a work in progress. But it's about the discipline and the focus. If you want to have some personal growth, this is some example. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm successful in all I do, that I love myself inside out, that I'm the only one. So number 5, I'm the only one who can determine myself. Look at this. You have to take some decision. And I share this with my clients all the time. Okay. There's only 2 positions that you can have. You can be the leader or you can be the victims, but you cannot be both. You cannot be both. So by choosing and making the decision, you become a leader. But even by not doing the right thing, sometimes you choose to be the victim. So I will say, work on this. Let's give you an example. Not making your bed in the morning. Okay, you start to, no offense for nobody who's doing this, but this is just an example that if you do your bed in the morning, you start your day, from scratch. You start to be ready to say, okay, let's have a structure. So you always have the choice, and only you is making this decision. You're a leader or you're a victim, and you can only have 2 outcomes: results or excuses. You cannot have both. So that's why the affirmation will help you. The affirmation will start to help you to think, not in a negative one, but in a positive. And the beauty of this is your subconscious mind will start to believe this, because the subconscious mind is the only one who cannot argue with you. Look at this. Nobody can argue. Your subconscious mind will believe you. How fun it is. Okay. I have the power to manifest my dream. How do you feel when you write this down? Okay. So it's a simple exercise, but that can change a lot. It's helping you to build who you are. And the day that you're not doing this, you know what happened? Your mind starts to go back where you are. Your old paradigms are coming back. because depending your age, but you're born with this. So your job is to always have clarity on your mind. Where are you going? What you have to do, who you want to become, and remove those viruses and doubt and everything. Remember what I said, your mind is like a GPS. You have to know where you're going. Those affirmations will help you to support where you want to go and who you want to become. Okay. Other example of affirmation. So those who have the workbook, you have all this in your workbook. If you don't have the workbook, ask the workbook in the chat. Charm's team will send it to you. I want to point out that you are in control, more control than you think. Okay. So let's just make sure that we review, what do you control? So you control your words. You control your action. So you don't control, if you're in sales, you don't control when the clients take your decision. When the client takes his decision. So if you're angry because you didn't make the right sales or you didn't make your month, it's not because of the client. It's because you didn't have enough activity to support this. You control your own action. You control how you are with others. You control if you follow the rules or not. Most of you are with different organizations, even your own business. You know the best practices. Do you follow this? Do you follow one system? Do you rely on system and processes? You control this. Okay? How do you feel? Only you control this. You may be angry that this client didn't sign. Even if you're angry, you're just destroying your own chance to get your result. So your job, as I said, is if it will not matter in 5 years, you cannot spend more than 5 minutes. So what do? Gratitude really quick. Have a good song, dance, scream for 2 minutes in your office if you have to, but shift. Your job is to shift as soon as possible. You know what? You control your decision or your non-decision. If you're always on the fence and you have to overthinking, that's also your decision of not taking or not doing what you're supposed to do. I know that if you have the book Think and Grow Rich, on chapter decision, I just have the page, as a matter of fact, page 199 of this book, he said procrastination is the opposite of decision. My definition, I'm not Napoleon Hill. My definition of procrastination is you're making a decision. You're making a clear decision that you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Listen to this. Procrastination is you're making a decision that you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Nobody else is doing this. So remove those excuses and stay focused on the solution, on the goal. Even if you have a lot of problems, let's say you have a lot of debts. If you just think about more the debt, you will attract more debt. So think about the solution. What do you have to do to fix this? Okay, one tip, this is outside of the self-image, but just one tip. Most of the time I have this sheet of paper beside my computer. So when I'm really stuck with a problem, instead of thinking about the problem, I will say, what is the solution? On top of this, what is the solution? And I don't want my mind think about the problem. Each time it's like, Caroline, you don't go there. What is the solution? What is the solution? And I repeat this nonstop until I get the solution. What is the solution? What is the solution? What is the solution? And it's a training. You cannot have your mind thinking about this. You have to be aware of that. So that's just one tip outside of this, but just to let you know, give you some easy tools to say, I'm in control of my decision. I'm in control of my word. I'm in control of my action. I'm in control of my feeling. You control this. Things that you don't control, what other people do. They sign or they don't sign. What people say, hey, it is what it is. What happened in the past, learn from this, let it go and move on. What people feel, Other people choice, unfortunately, even if it's your family, your spouse, your kids, you have no control on this. And look at this. We have no control on the weather. So why are we mad about this? So try to say, how can I incorporate this in my life? This is other example of affirmation. And I'm so happy and grateful now that things are falling perfectly into place with more opportunities, success, and joy than ever before. That's a great affirmation. So this is how we build a self-image. But here's one key: repetition. Your job is to rewire your brain, rewire your mind. The only way you can do it to remove all your paradigms or old habits is by creating new habits. And how you do this? Repetition, repetition, repetition. Otherwise, old habit will come back. Okay? So your affirmation is helping you to create this, to make you feel good. And when you write this, also this is important, and how you make you feel. I feel so good. I see I have this house. I see I have this picture, this pool. I see that I can help 30 clients a month. Because I love helping people. I love to say, for me, you're here, you want to go there, let's do it together. I like that people are more successful. I have so much fun with my clients. It's just like, wow. I love that. I just love that. So I said, this is part of my mission. So know what you want and design your affirmation to help you about this. And if you need help, if you're not sure about this, you want a 15 minutes, let me know and book an appointment. I will help you free. Okay? Book this. Book an appointment. I will help you. If you're not sure about something, but on the other hand, if you feel that you have the next 12 weeks, oh, it's like, I don't know how we'll make it happen. If you need help, believe me, I will help you. I will help you. Book an appointment with me and I will help you. If not, I hope that this was helpful. I hope you have enough material to start to build your own new self-image. And you know what? And just do it. Have fun with this transition process. So tomorrow I will see you for, we'll talk about how do we make this happen now. We have only 12 weeks to go before the end of the year. How do we, and really quick, how do we make this happen? So see us tomorrow. And Charm, I will give you back the mic.
That was so great. Another powerful lesson. Thank you so much for that, Caroline. And in my opinion, this is the most important lesson that we have for the workshop so far. Every day is literally getting better. I mean it. And I believe that attitude, self-image, self-confidence, or self-esteem is one of our paradigms or beliefs and habits. And my biggest takeaway for the day, if it's not gonna matter in 5 years, stop thinking on it and stop thinking on it within 5 minutes. So I learned another powerful tip from you today. And I also learned that we are all a thinking person, and what we really have been thinking. So I heard that from other coaches and from Bob himself. The first thing I think about is how to change the attitude, the mindset, and the self-image. And we also want to take a look at our results in a neutral place. Caroline emphasized that today. And we have to take a look at it. We don't emotionalize, we have to be neutral. And that is how our image is currently conditioned. Okay, it doesn't mean we cannot change it. She just told us it's doable. We can do it through the help of affirmations. So another important tool she just gave out for free. Okay, so maximize all the tools that we have for you, everyone, and go ahead, book that 15-minute appointment with Coach Caroline, and it will change your life. Literally life-changing call, just like how my life was changed.
Oh,
So, yeah, okay. So we'll be back tomorrow for another awesome training, and that's making the move. Okay, that's the most important lesson. Every day is just getting better. Okay, so some just house rules before we left. Okay, tomorrow's training will be 12 p.m. Eastern, so be back here at 12 p.m. Eastern, or you can catch us on the replay, of course. Okay, there is always a replay, and it's posted real time right after the live session. And we have much more amazing stuff for you, and we can a lot of Q&A with Caroline tomorrow, right?
yes,
And you
yes,
okay.
yes.
So take advantage of that. We're going to post that today. We're going to collate all of your questions so that Caroline can allot 10 minutes to answer all the questions that you have, because we're sure you have some questions. Okay.
Yes. So we already received a couple questions by messages. So just to be clear, if you're not sure, send us messages by messenger or in the chat. If you would like that I share question tomorrow, it's the time. Okay, we'll share some material, but we will also answer your question. Okay, because we want that you remember, if I can do it, you can do it. So unlock your potential, gang. And also, I would just want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you to Charm's team. For those who doesn't know Charm's team, but they are in Philippines, so they're 12 hours. So for them, it's the middle of the night, and they have kids. So I really appreciate the works you're doing. And all of you who attended today, seriously, thank you so much. We feel the love. We received so many comments. They're so busy. We love everybody, and we love to see your success. So thank you so much to be part of this journey with us, and we will see you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow, everyone. Be back here at 12 p.m. Eastern. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye-bye.